drift battle practice. We start off with Kostas Parsis leading and Bambos Haralambos chasing in his E92 drift car. Today we have practice from 10 until 12, and then we have, I think, a parade or something. And then after that we will have the twin battles for the Drift Kings Super Final here at Aachen Speedway for 2025 drift season. Today it's only twin practice. We have now coming around the corner, we've got Sodas leading, chasing, we've got Bartosz. Bartosz shuts it down. There's a correction from Sodas there as he moves around the corner into the clip 5 and clip 6. Sodas there running an LS3 at 700 horsepower, and we have Bartosz running an LS3 with 800 horsepower. Grandstands are slowly filling up as we get closer to the time of the battles. Also on this side, but this side always takes a little bit longer to fill up with crowd. Moving on to the next practice. Who do we have coming down? We've got Simos Tik. Oh no, we don't. We have Japuras. Chasing is the 2002 Bavaria bit. He goes off course. There in his E36 with an LS3. Pushing, oh no, it's an LS2, sorry, pushing 600 horsepower, and we have the 2002 Bavaria running an M5 engine. With 400 horsepower. And surprising that horsepower, Jane. Κάποιοι που νομίζα ήταν πολλά. Coming around the corner, we have Nati from Red Bull with her BMW, but they both shut down the line there. Huh? Tire puncture? She got a tire puncture, yeah. Natalia there with an LS3 Turbo, 920 horsepower. We have Andoni Savas with a 4G63 BMW E36 rocking 408 horsepower. Natalia has a flat tire, so she's going to drive up slowly all the way to the pits. They already put very low pressure in their tires anyway, but it probably was a D-bead.
Russian energy drink.
Yes, sir.
Where did you find it?
We have Adam there, one of the judges for this weekend. Now we're waiting to see who's coming down into the track for the following practice. I'm trying to find Mate because he ordered me a sparkling water. Ugh, really do not like sparkling water. And I went and got him one, but I can't see him anywhere, and it's going to get hot by the... Oh no, we can stick it in the fridge. Coming down now, we have Pepsis Panayotis with his R33 rocking 800 horsepower. Chasing behind, we have Andreas Wax with his S14 2JZ. Pepsis goes a little bit off course there, and Andreas Wax straightens across the finish line. Pepsis has 820 horsepower with an RB26, and Andreas Wax has an 800 horsepower 2JZ. Now we've got Mr. Takamura himself leading with his E46 V8, followed behind by Alexis Harris, S15 2JZ. As they push around the corner, they're nowhere near the zones. Alexis Harris going for the dive, just as Takamura straightens before the finish line. Takamura is running 500 horsepower there, and I'm surprised to hear that Alexis Harris is only at 750 horsepower for this weekend. Mate! Sparkling water! Bambos Jalarambos E92 leading, chasing Bambos Zuriz with the S13, goes for a nice dive but doesn't manage to stay next to him. He straightens. Bambos Jalarambos with the E92 pedal to the metal as Mate is blocking our view for the live stream. Bambos Jalarambos is rocking an M62 4.4 turbo with 500 horsepower. Who's behind him? And Bambos Zuriz, as I find him on my list, he's rocking 753 on an RB30. Now we've got El Toretto leading. Chasing, we have Peter. El Toretto in the E46 at 660 horsepower. Behind him, we have Peter with his S15 rocking 1,000 horsepower. Peter there rocking an LS2. And El Toretto rocking a B28 turbo. Bambos Nicolau, 700 horsepower BMW. Chasing is Kostas Christoforou with his 2JZ S15. Going around the corner, the proximity, it's not there, guys. They're still only got practice until 12 today, so they need to get on each other's doors quickly. Kostas Christoforou there rocking 680 horsepower. Moving on, we've got Alexis Harris again leading with CH Loisu chasing. Alexis Harris right there. 750 horsepower from Alexis Harris and 960 horsepower from CH Loisu. They come around the corner. Was wanting a little bit of closer proximity from CH Loisu. Alexis Harris on fire yesterday with a 93 qualify run. Sorry, they were just filming Mate while he sits on his phone editing. I was holding the camera down. Yeah. Yeah, mine was full as well on the last race. Nothing worse than having a full phone with unedited clips you haven't used yet for some other project, and then you have to pick and choose which ones you're going to delete. That's what happens with me, and I hate it. But
if you are attending more than 10 races per year,
it fills up quickly. Mate is going to Rapochrink, it's his home track. Everybody else knows it as Trackwood. We have Doros Francescu with his E30. Chasing, we've got Porkalab with the 2JZ E46 running close behind as they transition across the track, and Mate is blocking our view this morning. Doros Francescu rocking a 6 600 horsepower SR20 2.2 stroker kit right there. Good morning, Sava. Good morning, Luca. Welcome to the live stream, guys. We move on now with Antonis Nicolau with a BMW E36 rocking a 4G63 at 408 horsepower. Chasing close behind, we have Chrysantopoulos with his BMW E36 rocking 680 horsepower. Chrysantopoulos there with an M3 S54 engine. Kostas Parsis rocking into the track now with a... We should bring him, but he's been before in the boiling hot sun in Cyprus. Why are they shouting? Easy sound. It's like shouting. Bara. You cannot get bored of it. Clipping points, no hit cones. I'll tell you in a little bit, bro. Campos Halarambos E92 BMW is not very, not that much angle. Followed, chasing him, we have Epsikios with the E46 at 650 horsepower. Epsikios is rocking an M50 E25 engine at 650. Campos Halarambos with an N62 4.4 turbo at 500 horsepower. I wondered what you were doing there. In between the next two runs, I'll explain the layout. Takamura, V8, E46 leading, chasing behind him. We have Yorgos Chelebis coming back after a 3-year rest from drifting. Takamura there rocking an E46 with a V8 at 500 horsepower, and behind him we have Chelebis with an SR20 at also 500 horsepower. It's going to be very hard to do the layout in between the runs because they're very quick this morning because we only have 2 hours practice. We have Pepsi coming round the corner in his 800 horsepower R33 Skyline as he straightens but gets back onto the handbrake. Behind him we have Kofis with the Bavaria 2002 M5 powered car, but Pepsi shuts down the run. Pepsi there rocking an RB26 and the 2002 Bavaria rocking a BMW M5 engine at 400 horsepower. So guys, they come around the top turn, they initiate with an outside clip, they come around the turn, there's a no-hit cone there, then an outside clipping point, clip 2, they transition across the track, clip 3 on the wall, they need to fly down to the 4 guidance cones, a no-hit cone there, and ride the outside line all the way around the track, another no-hit cone all the way around the track. They can come off the line on this cone. We're going to miss this run. Then there's another 2 no-clip cones, outside zone, another outside zone over there, another no-hit cone before the finish, and then the finish line. As we have Korpelat with his 2JZ being chased very close behind, great proximity from Jaburas. Wow, I'm not going to have a voice today for sure. Jaburas there with an LS2 at 600 horsepower. Korpelat getting chased very close behind by Jaburas. Korpelat rocking a 2JZ in his E46 at 650 horsepower, and he's from Hungary. Peter going into the track now. 1000 horsepower LS2. And he's from Poland. Morning, Vasily. I hope you heard the track layout. Yeah, basically it's 1 and 2 are pretty easy. You transition, you have to get 3 perfectly and very deep in the zone so that you can fly out to the beginning of clip 4. Run clip 4. Most drivers were coming away from the clip 4 in this area and washing into a shallow line, but getting back onto the box and then crossing the line. Neophilos Figartu in a 2.4 stroker SR20. Andreas Wax trying to go for the dive, but doesn't quite make it, and it's 2J said powered S14 as they go across clip 4 and clip 5. You can hear Easy Sound there saying that Wax's spoiler is coming on and off the car. Figartu's car is rocking 850 horsepower, as Wax's car is producing 800 horsepower. Going up to the track, we have Kyriakos Marios Soga with his LS3 E46 rocking 700 horsepower. Yeah, I think we will, Vasily. We will see a lot of tires. Whoa, very close there. We have Natalie not initiating, and Bambos Tsouris almost initiating right into the back of Natalie's car there. I don't know how Bambos managed to stop that from smashing into the back of her. Natalie there with an LS3 turbo at 920 horsepower. And Tsouris rocking, I think it was an RB26.
30.
RB30, yeah. As I try to find him on my list, but cannot see him anywhere. No. 753. I wrote 750 and the guys were like, no, it's 53, James. I'm like, all right, I'll put it on the list. Waiting for the next run. We can hear them coming down. We've got the 2002 Bavaria, powered by an M5, leading. Toriz El Toredo, very close behind, but he straightens and misses the gear change on his 660 horsepower E46. El Toredo doesn't have enough speed to get close to the 2002 as he fills out of zone 5 and out of zone 6. Nice proximity from El Torero at the beginning, but he got too close to him too quickly and completely scrapped out all of his speed there. El Torero with a B28 turbo and the 2002 Bavaria. Oh, moving over, we've got Savas Ioannou. Barra-powered E46, chased behind Alexis Harris. Goes for the dive. Quite close proximity from Alexis Harris as they transition to zone 5 and zone 6. Alexis Harris is on the doors of Savas Ioannou as they cross over the line. Savas Ioannou and Alexis Harris, I think they have a twin battle in the battles. Basically, Alexis Harris is rocking 650 horsepower this weekend. And we have Savas Ioannou with his Barra-powered E46 at 950 horsepower. If you want any information about the race, it's on my Instagram account, on my stories. We've got Peter with the S15, 1,000 horsepower, getting chased and knocking off his spoiler as Eftichios goes for a dive but has to shut it down. Peter Pokalab going for zone 5, filling it out nicely, claiming zone 6 as Eftichios Eftigios gets back on the accelerator and across the line. Eftigios there rocking 650 horsepower with his M50 B25. And who was the other driver behind him? I've already forgotten. It's very early in the morning. I've only woken up about half an hour ago. Who was he chasing? Ah, yeah, it was Peter. My memory is shocking.
It is.
It is. Yeah, Mate always reminds me how shocking my memory is. He was in LS2 at 1,000 horsepower. I keep telling Mate stories, and he's like, bro, you already told me that story.
Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Misha. Misha is the one about the Aachen Drift Battles. He will be releasing lots of information coming in the next week or 2 weeks, probably, Misha. Got some very exciting news to release. I'll tell you later. Matt asking me, what is this information you need to release? That's a secret. Ooh. It's not really a secret, but we need to confirm things with Misha and find out all the juicy information. We've got Chrysantopoulos with his E36, 680 horsepower. Followed behind we have Antonis Ioannou with his 4G63 as he shuts it down. Chrysantopoulos pushing the car out to outer zone 4, getting outer zone 5, and across the line to outer zone 6. Chrysantopoulos there with his M3 S54. And Antonis Ioannou with his 4G63 at 408 horsepower. Secret. Yeah, we're going to do some testing, I think, next week, and we'll let you guys know as soon as possible. But there is something exciting coming up in the next month or so. We have Sandro E36 at 1,000 horsepower. Chasing behind, we have Kostas Sparsis with his R32 with an R34 front end. But Kostas Sparsis cannot keep up with Sandra. She bones down the line in her 1,000 horsepower. E36 from Lithuania, rocking an N62 B44. N62. Yeah, I wrote it yesterday wrong and they corrected it as well. Sparsis rocking an RB30 at 790 horsepower. We have Simos Tikis in his 2JZ, rocking 680 horsepower. Close behind we have Sabas SP, but he straightens, tries to get it sideways and goes into the tire wall. Simos Tikis goes round in clip 4, transitions, gets slip 5 perfectly. Too much smoke for us to see what's going on further down. Sabas SP there with a 2.5 rocking 860 horsepower. Had a lot of differential issues on Friday, but everything is in tip-top condition for the battles on Sunday. Come on down to Aachen Speedway today to watch the super final of the Drift Kings 2025 season finale here at Aachen Speedway. Grandstands are getting full. If you want to come down and get a seat in the shade, this grandstand's going to be almost full, but you still have some spaces on this one. Make sure you come on down early because these spaces will go straight away. This place up here is also a perfect place to sit as you get the wind and you're completely protected from the sun. And I could already see a few people sitting there already. No, on the grandstand. Oh, yeah. It's a bit better today, but Sergio's going down to the start. S54, yeah, you're right. 680 horsepower for Sergio as he goes up to the start line and heats up his tires. The marshals are smiling now, but as soon as the guys start going into the tires a bit more, that smile is going to get wiped off their face. As we did that a lot yesterday, as a few drivers went off. I'm going to move this thing out the way so we don't step on it because it's part of the live stream. We have El Toretto in his B28 at 660 horsepower leading. Chelebis in his SR20 500 horsepower. Chelebis claiming the no-hit cone, but El Toretto on fire, filling out clip 5 and filling out clip 6. And across the line as Chelebis is fighting to close the proximity and cannot get anywhere near El Toretto. CH Loiza right there with his S13 2JZ, hitting up the front tires, getting all of the marbles off there, rocking 960 horsepower. CH Loiza yesterday picked up an 85 points on his second run of qualifying. Now we've got Bambos Suris, S13 being chased by Porkalak Straightens just before clip 3. Has scrubbed out his speed, needs to give it a bit of a clutch kick to get it sideways. Bambos Suris is quite needs to be a bit deeper in zone 5 and zone 6 as Porkalak comes up close to him towards the end of the run. Porkalak there with a 650 horsepower 2JZ from Hungary, and Bambos Suris with another B30 at 753 horsepower. Moving on again, we've got Andoni's 4G63 at 408 horsepower leading, with Neofidos Figatu chasing with his 2.4 stroker. As he shuts it down, we move over to Andoni's as he's pushing the car as I hear Figatu clutch kick to get it sideways. Andoni's through zone 5 and Figatu shuts down the run completely. Now Neofidos Figatu there in a SR20 stroker kick at 2.4, rocking 850 horsepower. Got Bambos Nicolau there with his BMW heading up to the start line, rocking 700 horsepower. (10:49). We have 1 hour and 10 minutes of practice left. Not that much. Nadali coming in. Pedal to the metal. She's bouncing off the rev limiter for some reason. Maybe she missed the gear change, turning her car into the start area to go straight up to the pits to see what the issue is.
She's been having engine issues constantly since day one.
Mate, just saying there that she's had issues from day one. On Friday they had the whole front of the car off with the intercooler. Some problems there. Shame as she put on a great qualifying run, and also Nadali's a very good driver. We've got Kostas Parsis initiating late. Sandra almost going into the back of him. Sandra really pushing the car out with her 1000 horsepower E36 as she gets a little bit lost in the smoke. Parsis not very deep into clip 6 and Sandra just behind. Sandra there rocking an N62 B54 with 1000 horsepower from Lithuania. Kostas Parsis rocking an RB30 at 790 horsepower. We've got Kyriakos Marios Tsodas with his LS3 powered E46 leading. Andreas Wack chasing with his JZ. As Andreas Wack gets there, a bit of a clutch kick to go sideways. He's trying to go for the dive, but Tsodas is extremely fast. They both claim Zone 5 and Zone 6. Zubas rocking an LS3 at 700 horsepower, and Andreas Wax rocking a 2JZ at 800 horsepower. Both drivers have been in the Cyprus Drift Championship for at least the last 15 years, or for as long as I remember. So I do expect closer proximity from these drivers. Moving on, we've got Alexis Hadis with his 2JZ Ross Performance picking up the no-hit mode. Sabas Bara going for a nice dive there, but spins out. If Alexis Hadis spins out there, Zone 4, comes up a little bit, but back on again. Transitions across the track, needs to be about 30 centimeters deeper in Zone 5, gets Zone 6 and across the line. Alexis Hadis there with a 750 horsepower 2JZ, and we have Sabas Ioannou with his Bara rocking 960 horsepower. Almost choked it for a little bit. Ooh. Hope you're enjoying all of the engine and horsepower info on this live. I went around the pits yesterday and got all the information just so I can add a little bit more value to the live stream. Now we're waiting for the next run. We're going to have some stunts later on and a nice show by Bike Mafia and Ropaz, which is down there setting up his tent. Moving over to the next run, who do we have? We have Sabas getting major angle, but claiming the no-hit cones. Almost tipping a tire into the dirt there as Simos Pitskis goes for the dive. Another no-hit cone by Sabas SP. Sabas SP there needs to be deeper in all of the zones. Sabas SP with a 2.5. Sabas SP with 860 horsepower and his 2.5. Simos Pitskis with his 2JZ rocking 680 horsepower. Sabas SP though, very messy around the whole track. He claimed no hit cone 1 and no hit cone 2 right here. As Evangelos says as well, a messy run. We've got Sergio. Doesn't get out to outer zone 2. El Toretto, 660 horsepower, also straightened. They're nowhere near the outer zone as they transition into clip 5. They both need to be deeper in zone 5 and zone 6. Sergio there with an S54 M3 at 680 horsepower, followed behind by El Toretto with his B28, 660 horsepower. We've got leading CH Loizo 2JZ, fills outer zone 3 very nicely, gets onto outer zone 4, comes off a little bit and then pushes it back towards the cone. Transitions across the track, needs to be way deeper in zone 5, gets zone 6 and across the finish line. Andonis with the 4G63 at 408 horsepower, E36 has gone into the tires. Coming into the track now, we've got Kyros Artemiou in his E36, scoring a 82-point run yesterday on qualifying, and we have Sandra with her BMW at 1,000 horsepower turbo. I think I slept at 4 o'clock last night after finishing editing and stuff. Then I couldn't sleep. Kyros there with the S50 B30 rocking 650 horsepower in the yellow Techstar E36 as we wait for the next practice run. We've got Daniel on the drone down there. We've got Yoknos making photographs. Another media guy that I don't know his name. We've got Haris Berikos Evo that he's racing in Time Attack. And we've got Bambos Nicolaou's second car, which is an LS-powered S14 with an S15 rear and front end. We're just waiting for Andonis to get pulled out of the tire wall. We've got Porkalab going in with his 2JZ E46, rocking 650 horsepower. Good morning, A86 Treno. He joins us on the drift days, Mr. Modesto. Are you here, bro? Are you here at the track? Quite easy to pick out Modesto on the grandstand because he sits on the grandstand with a really nice comfortable chair. And he should be on this side. Nice to see Natalia with a BMW is going up to the start line. They must have fixed the issues of her car. She's rocking 920 horsepower this weekend. Would love to see Natalia's car work, and she actually feel a bit confident to put on some really nice runs for all the crowd here at Aachen Speedway. I can't see the picture, Modesto, because I'm on the live, but I'll open it later. I'm sure it's a picture of me in the tower with Mate there. He must be on this side. I can see his beard from here. Modesto, how are you, bro? We're giving you a wave. He's right there. You can see his long beard. Modesto! He cannot hear us at all. But anyway, getting back to drifting. There must be some latency on the live stream. We've got Levishkas in the BMW M2 rocking 1001 horsepower. Levishkas putting on the best runs of the day yesterday. Neofidos Figatu shutting it down, but look at Levishkas as he fills the entire outer zone 4. Transitions across the track, fills outer zone 5 and outer zone 6. We're definitely seeing Levishkas on the podium today with his 1001 horsepower BMW M2. Technically, it's Sandra's car. As she stated to me yesterday, she's like, yeah, the reason he's getting the high points is because of my car. And I'm like, it's a mixture of your car and his amazing driving skills. He's a super aggressive driver.
And he can adapt basically to all cars.
As Mate says there, he can adapt to all cars very quickly. He was on point from his first run yesterday. Alekos Hasigos, 2JZ E30 rocking 1020 horsepower, being chased by Bambos Nicolau with his BMW at 700 horsepower. They need to be deeper in clip 4, clip 5 and clip 6 and across the line from Alekos Hasigos and Bambos Nicolau. Where's my little box gone? Maybe it's been thrown in the bin. Oh no, there it is. Guys, give me 1 second. I just want to have a drink of water. I'll stick you in this terribly crappy mount that I made yesterday. I'm just going to put you here as Andreas Wax and Kyriakos Marios Soras comes round the corner.
Dos pistas son solas. Easy sound. Easy sound. Pokazać. Rok staciony. Teraz, kiedy mistrzowi wylegał dziełu kalaganarone, zabalaganarone. Obozlewe z takim jak korakiasa. Tak, koniec. O Pepsis, ile do Mazimas. Jasas. οδηγάρας στο ράλι, το γνωρίζουν όλοι, τρελαμένος. Δοκιμάζει στο drift πλέον.
Wipe somebody's smile off his face. Misha, I'm just coming back now.
Όλα. Και ο κύριος το ίδιο.
How much do you think did it cost for the foreign drivers to come to Cyprus? A lot. I'll tell you why. Because there's no ferry that comes to Cyprus during these months. It's only Salamis ferry, and Salamis ferry is very expensive for the cars. It's over 1,000 euros. I'll tell you one thing after this run. Savas SP there with a 2.5 E36 compact, filling out his own core. As we have 2JZ, Simos Tikis getting lost in his smoke, dipping tires in the dirt and claiming the clipping point of clip 5. Savas SP there with a 2.5 BMW rocking 860 horsepower. Simos Tikis rocking a 2JZ at 680. Misha, as I gather, the federation covers some of the expenses for them to come from Greece, if not all of the transport expenses. And they come with Salamis, and Salamis is not cheap. If I remember correctly, it's around, I think, 1,000 or 2,000 euros per car. And depending on how long it is and everything like that, I'm sure they get, maybe they get like a good offer because it's sponsored by the Ministry of Tourism, the Ministry of maybe Education. I've seen some weird logos on the banner that I can't really make out what they are.
Visit Cyprus.
Yeah, it's Visit Cyprus, the Cyprus Tourism Board, and there's one more sign that I don't know what it is. Chrysanthopoulos there on the start line, ready to go up to the top. Simos Tikis is in the middle of the track over there. We're waiting for the marshal to run back from Simos Tikis to let us know. Yeah, exactly, Misha. You still need to get the car all the way down to Greece. And like, for example, Sandra and Levishkas, they're from Lithuania. Porkelab from Hungary. Hungary a lot closer. Lithuania, I've done that route. It's
exactly 1,000 kilometers from Budapest.
From Budapest, really?
I took this road twice when I first came to Ceres. And we passed by Saloniki because we didn't go through Romania and Bulgaria.
Oh, okay.
We went through Serbia.
Oh, wow.
We exited because we were by daily cars. We were not transporting race cars, so we didn't need to have that much documentation. So we could exit and re-enter the EU. It was funny though because it was COVID times and we did the PCR test before, but it was fine. It was fine.
Yeah. Coming down from Bulgaria, going directly into Greece, up where Ceres is, there's a beautiful mountain road up there that I've done it with the van.
Beautiful, but that's the only positive thing you can say about it.
Yeah, it's very nice. So when I was going up towards Latvia when I first arrived, it was a bit sketchy because it was a full-on storm, and I haven't driven the van before on so many hairpins. On the way back though, super confident after driving for 8,500 kilometers all around Europe, visiting 10 countries. When I got to this mountain, I turned to my girlfriend and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go and do some like sports driving. And she looks at me and she's like, you do realize we're in a motorhome, right? Even overtook a car on that mountain as he was a little bit slow in front of me. I did enjoy it, but I wish I did have a car, to be honest. I mean, you can't go that fast with the van because it's probably going to tip over in the turns as they're so sharp. But it was a lot of fun there. Oh, I'm starving. We're just waiting now. We're waiting now for Simos Tikis to get put onto the platform. Something has broken on the car before we continue with the runs. Oh, I could plug this in and have some really fancy headset for my live stream. I'm surprised they leave the camera just lying on the floor and it's not like in a protective box or something. Probably like 30,000 euros just sitting at the bottom of my feet right here. Just having a little sit down waiting for and somebody's put something in. I can't see the full comment. It says something about covers a vehicle up to 5 meters in length and taxes. If you're talking about the ferry that happens in the summer, that's only from the end of May until the 1st of September. That's the ferry that I took. It cost us around 300 horsepower. It cost us around 300 euros, but you're not allowed to put a car trailer on that ferry. It's not allowed. You can't take a car trailer. You cannot take a van. And you cannot take a caravan. It has to be a motorhome, and there can't be any sort of trailers at all, not even the small ones. The only way that I know the cars go in and out of Cyprus is with the Salamis logistics company. And when I asked for them to ship my van to Greece, I think they told me, if I remember correctly, last year it was like 2,900 euros to go and come back maybe. Or maybe just to go, I'm not sure.
Λοιπόν, αυτό που έλεγες πριν για τους οδηγούς του ράλι, υπάρχει ένα βίντεο που μπορείτε να το βρείτε στο Red Bull Motorsport, που μιλάει ο Carlos Sainz. Ξέρεις το Carlos Sainz?
Alright, it's AI that you've written. Yeah, this ferry that you're talking about, Misha, it's not old information. It's the ferry that I took to go to Greece. That ferry, it's Dalila, and takes 30 hours to go from the port of Limassol to Piraeus, Athens. And if I remember correctly, our cost was like either 50 or 80 euros per person. Another 50 for my dog, and I think it was 140 for the van. We got a cabin though, so that we could sleep, as it was a 30-hour trip. That was nice, but they don't allow car trailers on that boat, so you can't take or bring any cars during the months that that ferry is available, unless you're driving the drift car onto the ferry and then driving it back off and having somebody collect it at the Limassol port. Waiting now, they're still loading the car of Eftichios, which makes me think that something is broken pretty bad on the car, as they're having trouble getting it onto the platform. There's 4 or 5 marshals there trying to help to get the car on the trailer. Alright, let's do another catch up on the track since we have time and I don't have to be so rushed. So they start behind the grandstand, they come down, they initiate on an outside zone, they come around Kuma, there's a no-hit cone right there, they come out to clip 2, transition across the track to clip 3, then they need to fly from clip 3 all the way to the guidance cones, that's what those 4 cones are there, and get into clip 4 from the first tire. Another no-hit cone right there. They need to follow clip 4 all the way out on the outside line, all the way onto the tires, past another no-hit cone right there, all the way on the outside of the line until this cone right here. They can come off clip 4 on this cone, transition across the track until clip 5, where there are another 2 no-hit cones, transition across the track to clip 6, and then full throttle as they go around the last bend with the last no-hit cone just before the finish line. Yesterday when I was watching the qualifier runs, a few drivers are not going deep enough into clip 2, so they don't have enough speed to fill out clip 3 and fly out to clip 4. The other thing that I noticed yesterday, most of the cars are coming off the racing clip at clip 4 around this section. Moving over, we've got El Toretto and his B28 E46 with 660 horsepower. Sergio goes for the dive. They transition. El Toretto picking up clips 5 and 6 very nicely, and a little dab on the brakes from Sergio as they cross the line. Sergio's there rocking his BMW M2 with the S54 M3 engine at 680 horsepower. We move over. M2 pitch. That's what Sergio's told us yesterday. We have Sandro with her E36, 1,000 horsepower, being chased quite close by Bambos Jalalampos in the E92 BMW as he makes a little bit of a mistake there, and Sandro opens up the gap. Sandra there with the N62 B54 at 1,000 horsepower. I figured that out as well, but when I talked to the driver, he didn't mention this at all. He just told me it's an M2, and I don't know my BMWs that well. CH Loizu leading there with 960 horsepower, 2JZ. Oh, they've gone off track. They've gone off track. CH Loizu gone into the dirt. Followed behind him was Kiru. Tofi needs to slow down as he can see that both cars have gone off track there. Kiros Artemiou rocking his E36 S50 B30 at 650 horsepower. Both of them ending up in the dirt. I'm glad they've moved the live stream tower because that would have gone directly into that. Ella Gogo is going to make an appearance today, but he's not driving as his car is completely in pieces. I was watching him on Instagram and they were cutting the rear of the car, making it a little bit more lightweight. And there are some rumors of maybe a carbon Kevlar body kit this year, so that it flexes more instead of getting absolutely annihilated like the fiberglass kit is. Marshall's running across the track now, just fixing a last few cones and a last few bits of stuff that are inside the racing line. We have 45 minutes left of drift practice this morning until we go to the top 32 presentation and the battles in the afternoon. We have Porkalab with his 2JZ E46 leading. Chasing behind, we have Natalie with her BMW rocking 920 horsepower. Natalia, a little bit of a left foot braking and claiming the no-hit cone right there. Getting close proximity to Porkalab. A lot of smoke here, can't really see what's going on, but Natalia goes for a dive towards clip 6, but straightens her car. Natalia there with an LS3 turbo rocking 920 horsepower. Porkalab behind with a 2JZ at 650 horsepower. Nice to see Natalia back in the track. Seems like she's sorted out her engine issues. He has many, huh? He has this one. This one, the top one. And he has another one, J-Tech. JT. That's his garage. J at the beginning. And his personal one is Panayotis, but with a Y. Two underscores together. The one twice. And then TH. We have Levishkas with the BMW M2 at 1001 horsepower, getting really nice and deep in the zone, filling out his zone perfectly from Levishkas. Absolutely a pleasure to watch Levishkas drifting at Aachen Speedway as he transitions through clip 5, fills it up nicely, gets click 6, and across the line. It's so amazing. I have goosebumps from watching Levishkas drive here at Aachen Speedway as he fills out all of the zones every single time he does a run. This is drifting.
First ever back-to-back champion in DRIFTKINGS.
First back-to-back?
First ever back-to-back champion.
Oh, nice. A little bit more of information there.
Year's title yesterday, like
Oh, okay. Whoa, that was a close. Oh, I didn't even film it. Sorry, guys. But Bambos Nicolau, he had a little bit of a correction there. Kyriakos Marios Tsodas went for the dive, but realized that Bambos had scrapped all his speed, so he pulled the handbrake to stop himself from going into the back of him. We've got Bambos Nicolau leading there with his BMW at 700 horsepower. And we have Kyriakos Marios Tsodas with his LS3 powered by 700 horsepower. Moving over, we have Peter, 1000 horsepower S15 twin turbo, followed by Chrysanthopoulos as Peter knocks off the spoiler again. Chrysanthopoulos goes for the dive but can't keep in it. He transitions across the track, he fills outer zone 5 and outer zone 6 and across the line. Peter right there from Peter Drift Team, rocking an LS2 at 1000 horsepower. And Chrysanthopoulos from Greece, rocking an M3 S54 at 650 horsepower. See you later today, bro. I'll see you. I'll be, as soon as I finish the live, I'll be free to come and chill out with you guys a bit. We have Bartosz down there on the line. They had a few problems with the car yesterday. It kept cutting the fan belts. But moving over to the next run, we've got Pepsis with the R33, 820 horsepower carbon fiber, leading with chasing Eftichios. A bit too much angle. Are we going to have an accident? No, it's a save by Eftichios as Pepsi scraps in too much angle and shuts down the run. For the battles today, Pepsis and Eftichios will be battling it out in the top 32. We have Pepsis with RP26 at 820 horsepower, and we have Eftichios rocking 650 horsepower in his BMW E46, rocking an M50 B25 engine. Waiting for the next run. We have... Wow, Alexis Harris is so loud. We have Bartosz going up to the start line and Alexis Harris. I wonder if they're going to twin together. Alexis Harris with a 2JZ 750 horsepower and Bartosz with an E92 LS3 with 800 horsepower. Another car going up to the start is Andonis with the BMW E36 4G63 rocking 408 horsepower. Did Andoni pass yesterday? When I saw the qualification runs, didn't they both get a 0? Andonis with the black E36? I think he got a 0, no?
No, I think Panayotis was
driving
because he blew the engine.
Oh, okay, so maybe it's Panayis. Sergio going for the dive, like shutting down the run as he almost hits the no-clip post. Sandra there, trying to get back onto clip 4, goes through clip 5. Sergio a little bit shallow through clip 5 and across the line. Sandra there with her N62 B54 1000 horsepower, and we have Sergio behind with an E46 with an M2 body kit rocking I think it was 680 horsepower with the S54 M3 engine. Natalia, Red Bull, BMW, 920 horsepower, LS3 turbo as she gets really nice and deep into clip 4. Vorkalab trying to catch up with her, but she's just going to do a dive at the end of clip 4. Vorkalab there with a 2JZ, 650 horsepower, and Natalia in front with the BMW at 920 horsepower. We have Adam here, the judge for today, going up to the top of the tower where Mike, the race director, is up there with our Greek judge. We've got Kyros Artemiou with his BMW being chased by Celebris that dips some tires into the dirt. Kyriakos Artemiou filling out his zone 4 very nicely as he transitions across the track, filling out his zone 5 and out of zone 6. A very nice run there with a little bit of left foot braking from Kyros Artemiou as he goes over the finish line in his E46 S50 B30 at 650 horsepower, followed by Celebris that dipped tires in the dirt and didn't quite manage to get anywhere near him. Celebris rocking an SR20 at 500 horsepower. Oh, we have a really nice battle. We've got Peter leading and Haralambos chasing. As Haralambos goes for the dive, but he's a little bit shallow as he comes out of close. Clip 3, Bambos needs to dial in a little bit more angle as he goes for a dive and needs to shut it down. But Peter is just pulled to the floor, going through clip 4, clip 5, and clip 6 and across the line with his S15. 1,000 horsepower from Peter Drift Team with his LS2.
This chassis was supposed to be the FD car of GT.
Which one? The one
Yes.
Big
deal for him, but then COVID came, they split up, and Peter bought this chassis came without gearbox, without engine.
Oh, okay. We've got Tofis chasing Bambos, but Bambos flying through the course with his 700 horsepower BMW. Followed behind by the 2002 Bavaria, powered by an M5. So what Mate was telling me was that the S15 of Peter was getting built for James Dean. But when COVID came, the project got left, and basically Peter bought the car without engine and gearbox. And James Dean, what did James Dean build in the Mustang?
Oh, he stopped competing in F1 for a couple of years and was driving only here.
Ah, okay. We've got Bartosz filling out his zone 4. A very nice run as he comes off a little bit towards the end. Transitioning across the track in his LS3. And across the line, cannot see where Chrysanthos is. Bartosz there in his LS3 E92 rocking 1,000 horsepower. Broke the drive shaft, I think, on Friday, and then broke 3 belts yesterday as I was speaking to his mechanics in the pits. But they seem to have got the car running now, and there's no more problems coming. So hopefully he has a nice smooth sailing rest of his afternoon. Bartosz there is the driver that has no arms. Huge mad respect. If you come on down to Aachen Speedway, make sure to check out his car because there's a lot of R&D to develop that. We have maybe Banais in the E36, but he's straightened. Sandra claims one of the cones stuck underneath her front bumper. She shuts it down and clutch kicks it, gets it back sideways again. Andoni straightens the car of Banais. Not a very good run there from the drivers. Basically a little bit of a messy line by Banais with the 4G6336 up in front with 408 horsepower. Thus making Sandra have to slow down very much. And straighten. Going into the track, we've got Lev Ishkas, the best driver for me, hands down, over this race this week, and pulling off absolutely amazing runs every time with his 1001 horsepower M2, followed behind by Savas SP going up to the start line with his E36 compact, rocking a 2.5 at 860 horsepower. We've got Chelebi's 500 horsepower SR20 S13 leading with Eftigios coming in behind him. Eftigios getting onto the racing line and pushing a little bit, trying to get closer with the proximity, but he's running off the line, almost slips a tire into the dirt from Eftigios there as he tries to push the car and catch up with Chelebis to get across the line. Eftigios there driving his E46, rocking 650 horsepower on his M50 B25. Bro, you want to come inside or stay? I want to close the door because I would get a copyright strike from the music. I got one in Ferropolis once. No, it's YouTube. Yeah. We've got Bambros Halarambos in the E92 coming around the corner, leading, chasing behind him. We've got Alexis Harris. Alexis Harris goes for the dive, doesn't quite get close to it, shallows up his line a little bit, but kicks it back down sideways with a clutch kick, closing the proximity with Bambros Halarambos as they transition. Alexis Harris claiming zone 5 completely and taking 2 wheels into the dirt as he straightens and shuts down the run. Woo. When there's some close battles, I run out of Bambros Halarambos there with the N62 4.4 turbo rocking 500 horsepower, with Alexis Harris with his 2JZ rocking 750 horsepower out of the 960 that he normally has. CH Loizu going up to the start with his 960 horsepower 2JZ S13. Be nice to see some more runs from CH Loizu today. Alekos Hasikos there going up to the start with his 1020 horsepower E30 2JZ. He has the highest horsepower car out of the race today with the 2JZ E30 at 1020 horsepower. 19 horsepower more than Levishkas. But it's not down to horsepower, it's down to skills, so let's see what happens today. Aderesi. Waiting for the next run, we've got Tofiz with his 2002 Bavaria. Powered by an M5 engine, he's doing a single run on his own. He needs to be deeper in zone 3. He gets into zone 4 at the halfway mark, but comes off slightly and shallows up his line. As he transitions across the track, he gets zone 5 nicely, gets zone 6, but could have been a little bit more dialed on the angle from the 2002 Bavaria of Tofiz there. Rocking 400 horsepower. Make sure everybody you subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the notification bell so you get notified when I release any of my videos. I won't be doing any more lives after this live, as it is the official Cidavision and Red Bull DRIFTKINGS live stream. We've got Andreas Wax, 2JZ, 800 horsepower, as he dials it in and gets it into zone 4, but then starts running a little bit of a shallow line. Behind we've got Natalia trying to close the proximity between them with her 920 horsepower, but she straightens just before going into the no-hit cone across the finish line. Who do you think is going to win this race, the final of the 2025 DRIFTKINGS season and the finale of the Cyprus Drift Championship season? Who do you think is going to be in first place, second place, and third place? Write your predictions in the chat and let's see what happens later today. I'm thinking we're going to have Levishkas in first place. Levishkas coming in now with the M2 at 1001 horsepower. Dips down onto the gradient, a little bit of lock-up on the front wheels. Porkalap closing the proximity though as Levishkas fills outer zone 4 and transitions into outer zone 5, getting it up nicely. Porkalap running a little bit of a shallower line, trying to keep up with the 1001 horsepower of Levishkas from Drift Happens. Poker lap behind with just 650 horsepower, trying to pressurize Levishkas on that run. Levishkas filled up yet again zone 4. I was saying something yesterday that I might not have told you guys, but between zone 3 and zone 4, the track dips down a little bit. So if you go down there, it squats the car up and you release some grip from the front, but that is the correct line. We've got Chrysantopoulos with the E36 at 680 horsepower leading, and we have Bartosz, but Chrysantopoulos tips 2 tires in the dirt. Bartosz going in behind him but gets lost in the dust with his LS3 powered 800 horsepower E92. Where's my bicycle gone? It was there before, but I can't see it now. I hope nobody's taken it. I should have locked it, to be honest. Sandra with their E36 going up to the start line. Grandstands is starting to fill out nicely now as we get closer to the top 32 presentation. Whoops, almost dropped the phone on the floor. I think we'll see some really nice, close, risky tandems from Alexis Haris, Levishkas. CH Loizo coming around the corner now, 960 horsepower. 2J said, going for the dive is Bambos Nicolau. CH Loizo needs to be a little bit deeper in zone 4 as they transition for zone 5. They could have been a bit deeper in zone 5 as well as they cross over the line, and Bambos Nicolau doesn't manage to close the proximity. I think we'll have a lot of close battles with all of the foreign drivers, as most of them have driven into Drift Masters and are quite competitive. We have Kofi, M5 powered 2002 Bavaria, Eftigios transitioning with 650 horsepower just behind and getting quite close to the proximity, but doing a little bit of left foot braking from Eftigios so he doesn't hit the no-hit cone. You know, your videos are going to just have me talking in the background.
The cars are way louder.
Are louder. Alexis Haris going up to the start line with the nicest sounding S15 2JZ, and Bambos Tsuris going up as well with his S13 RB30 powered S13, rocking 753 horsepower. We've got Levishkas leading with the M2, 1001 horsepower. Chasing, we've got Televis with 500 horsepower SR20. As you see, Levishkas goes down the gradient, lifts up a tire on the front, but fills out his zone 4 very nice. Pushing the car. Televis getting a bit lost behind, but Televis driving very well this week, and considering he hasn't driven in 3 years, as he is the head of the Cyprus Drift Championship and doesn't get to drive in the Cyprus Drift Championship days. I think we'll also see some close runs from Alexis Haris, Simos Tikis, Eftigios is doing really well. Bambos Nicolau is going for some good dives but not keeping the proximity. Sabas SP, Chapuras put on a real nice run before where he got really close. So let's see what happens in the battles. For the battles, you can find them on my Instagram page in my stories. We've got Sabas SP, 2.5. 860 horsepower leading with his compact E36 as Bambos Halarambos with the E92 tries to get close to him towards the end of clip 4. Nice run there from Sabas SP with his 2.5 860 horsepower E36 compact being chased closely, not so close behind, by Bambos Halarambos with his E92 4.4 turbo at 500 horsepower. Sandra coming in now. 1000 horsepower, E36. transitions across the track. Alekos Hasigos coming in behind. He needs to be a little bit deeper in the zone 4. As he transitions across the track, needs to be at least half a meter deeper in zone 5. Alekos Hasigos, though, shutting down the run as he goes across the finish line. Nadalia again going up to the start line. How long do we have now? We have 24 minutes left of the practice for the twin battles. Then we'll go to a top 32 presentation and then to the battles. Right after that, we have Yorgos Kelevis 500 horsepower SR20 gets to outer zone 2, fills it nicely, goes into zone 3 as Andreas Wax in the 2J said 820 horsepower, goes for the dive, but they're both running a little bit of a shallow line round clip 4. They pick up clip 5, transition for clip 6, and a big pull on the handbrake from Wax as he doesn't want to go into the no-hit cone across the finish line.
Πάντως ο πρόεδρος, που είναι στον πρόεδρο, το σβήνει σήμερα. Σου λέει τώρα που μα είπαν να κάνουν drift, θα βγούμε μέσα.
Next battle we have Bambos Souris with his RB30 S13 leading, chasing behind. We have Porkalab as they go into outer zone 3. Bambos not quite on the racing line of clip 4 as Porkalab is pushing behind him, trying to catch up and close the proximity as they go through clip 5, clip 6 and across the finish line. Bambos there taking out the no-hit cone across the finish line there. Rocking 753 horsepower for Bambos Souris as he's striding through the fields up at the top of the track there. And we have Porkalab running 650 horsepower from Hungary. Pepsi's now on the start line with his RB26 powered 820 horsepower R33 with a carbon fiber rear end. It's the first time that Bepsis is racing in a championship in Cyprus, and he's chosen DRIFTKINGS to do it at. And it's also his first time ever drifting around the Kuma turn. He's not ever driven in Akhna Speedway in the big track before. So hats off to him for trying to push himself to get the best run possible. Bepsis in the battles is going against Eftichios. CH Loizo is going against Doro Francescu. El Toredo is going to have a really tough battle. He's racing Levishkas. We have Sandra coming around with her E36 at 1,000 horsepower, leading, chasing behind. We have Bartosz with his LS3 at 800 horsepower as he shuts it down and doesn't have quite enough speed. But Sandra is filling out his zone 4 very nice as she transitions across the track for zone 5. Could have been at least 50 centimeters deeper into zone 5 and through the zone 6 and across the line, but Porkalab shuts it down as he gets lost in her smoke. Savas Ioannou there with the E46 with the Bara engine, rocking 800 horsepower, is racing against Alexis Haris in the battles. We've got Alekos Hasigos, E32 at 1,020 horsepower leading. Alekos Hasigos needs to push the car to the outside of the line, so he's far behind with a 2,500 horsepower M5 Bavaria and across the line. Bavaria shutting it down just after clip 6. There we've got Savas Ioannou there with the Bara powered E46 that's racing against Alexis Haris in the battles. And Levishkas with the BMW M2 rocking 1,000 horsepower going up to the start as well. Can you quieten that down just a little bit so I don't get the copyright strike, please?
This one is not a copyright music.
Yeah, but on YouTube it might be. We've got Kyriakos Marios Sodas with his LS3 powered E46 filling out of zone 2 perfectly, filling out of zone 3, dipping down into the gradient of the track. Sodas filling out of zone 4, very nice as he comes up a little bit towards the end of the zone. Transitions across the track, needs to be deeper for zone 5. Eftichios trying to close the proximity but not managing it. Kyriakos Marios Tsodas there with his LS3 powered E46 at 700 horsepower. Eftichios getting in behind him at 650 horsepower with his B25. Now we're moving over to Andreas Wax 2JZ 800 horsepower being chased by Alexis Haris with the 2JZ, but he gets too much angle, scraps his speed and straightens. Andreas Wax pushing the car throughout his zone. 4, can't really see what he's doing through 5 and 6 as there's too much smoke in the track, but Alexis Haris shutting it down as he goes for the dive, locks up the front wheels, scrubs out all of his speed and has to shut it down. We've got Nadalia, 920 horsepower, LS3 turbo, transitioning. CH Loizu behind with 960 horsepower, 2JZ. CH Loizu trying to close down the proximity, but Nadalia filling out his zone 4, getting into outer zone 5. Christo Loizu pushing it to get onto her doors as they cross over the finish line. Nice to see CH Loizu put on some pressure to Nadalia, but I would have liked to have seen him get a bit more closer to her. We've got Bepsis with the 820 horsepower RB26 transitioning across the track. Picking, oh no, too deep into the zone, and we go backwards for Bepsis with the R33 into the tire wall. The 2002 Bavaria of Tofis, he locks up his front brakes, not wanting to go into the back of Tofis, and they both go through the tire wall. I won't be going down to help the guys today with the tires as there's a couple more marshals extra for today, so they can do that. I got very exhausted yesterday doing this and very dirty. They need to get out both cars from the tire wall now. There's going to be a small delay till we get some of the tires from underneath the cars out. A little bit too much angle there from Bepsis as he went past from clip 3 to clip 4 and just spun out, basically going through the tires with the rear of his car. Marshals need to move to get the tires quickly onto the spot. Only one marshal doing the tires. Am I going to have to go down there and help out? We don't have the marshals that we had yesterday. The guys must have taken off for today because they work normally in the week throughout Monday to Friday at Aachen doing all of the maintenance of the track. I feel like I need to go down there and start putting back the tire wall as all the marshals are on the car of Tofis. But today I'm going to ask permission before I go down there from Mike from upstairs, as I am a media and not a marshal. I'll be back just fixing tires.
So now I'm going to broadcast that James is fixing the tires.
σύλλον μας είχε πιο αριστερά. Τούτοι διούν και μέσα, ευτυχώς.
Ναι ρε, από κάτω το...
Αφού σπάσαν και στο είναι εξάψατε, ρε. Που το
Πότε?
προχτές. Χτες.
Σοβαρά? Όχι. Τούτο, θα κουαρτήσει. Αλλά μου.
Θα θέλω να ανοίξουμε τελικά. Είπα τον Γυρόπουλου, ξύλωσε τα ούλα. Κάτσε εξαμένω, δεν μπορεί να κάνει. Κάμε βάκφου καθόλου, δεν ξέρει.
Δεν είναι πάλι να πίσω.
Εγώ δεν ξέρω να ξέρω πράγματα. Δεν ξέρει.
Μα δύνατο ρε πέλε ο Αργυρόπουλος.
Ο Αργυρόπουλος έπανε κάπου πιάνει δουλειά στον αέρα.
Μα δύνατο, ξέρει.
Δεν ξέρω αυτό. Λέω ότι λέγαμε φίλε, κάνω βάκφου να δω. Όχι, δεν ξέρω. Μας άλλα πράγματα, μας ξέρω πράγματα δεν ξέρω. Σημαίνει δεν ξέρω.
Αν είναι πιο σιγαρμάει. Ρε μα, ότι ξέρουμε να μαντιάσουμε μας. Κάση.
Questa è la figura. Ci va dentro se la costriva due cose. Che era conto, re. No, era su. Olha, che va dentro se la costriva due piso. Che cosa viene da ci se passa mia anima?
Πάει ο πόλος του πάρκο.
There's no rear side to the R33. It's all going over covered. Aye. Aye, he came. Alright guys, so we went down there just now. Went to help the guys fix the tires as both cars went out. There was many tires underneath the car of Pepsi's. The whole rear fender, carbon fiber fender of Pepsi has been ripped to shreds. And now they're trying to load up the 2002 Bavaria. As they fill it up, at least the tire wall is back together and we don't need to run around doing that last minute. That's why I always go down, because this time they needed a lot of work to get the cars unstuck, so I can start doing the tire wall as they get the cars out, so we don't have a longer delay than normal. Oh, the fridge is open, bro. Guys, you're just gonna wait here a little bit.
Σεβαστείτε ότι για να γίνει όλο αυτό εφικτό εδώ στην πίστα, για να γίνει όλο αυτό εφικτό εδώ στην πίστα, κάποιοι άνθρωποι δουλεύουν πέρα από την εβδομάδα εδώ, βάζοντας κανόνια, φτιάχνοντας όλη αυτή τη διαρρύθμιση και δεν γίνεται να έρχεται κάποιος άλλος να κόβει τα καλώδια και να τρέχουμε εμείς. Σταματάτε επιτέλους να πειράζετε τα καλώδια. Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ. Δεν είμαι κακός.
And Evangelo talks so loudly on the microphone, I don't understand anything he's saying. I think they were talking about the live stream wires that people are moving them.
Θα κόψουμε το καλώδιο με το κάτι. Ωραία. Και να τρέχουμε εμείς να φτιάχνουμε τα καλώδια. Δεν έχουμε κάτι άλλο να ασχοληθούμε να κόψουμε.
I think somebody has cut the live stream wire. This wire costs 2,000 euros. And now it's going to put a delay on the live stream, but I don't know for sure.
Όπως εσείς εδώ στις κερκίδες θέλετε να ακούτε ό,τι λέμε εμείς, τις παρουσιάσεις, τις βαθμολογίες κλπ. Και οι άνθρωποι που είναι πάνω στο VIP θέλουν να ακούνε και οι κριτές πάνω στο πύργο θέλουν να ακούνε και εμείς εδώ θέλουμε να ενημερωνόμαστε. Οπότε σεβαστείτε λίγο, δεν είναι κακό να μην δείξουμε τον νου μας και εδώ στην πίστα.
Ωραία, ωραία ατμόσφαιρα, άρχισε έρχεται κόσμος. Πάμε για μια γιορτή, δυστυχώς πάντα υπάρχουν αυτοί που χαλάνε τη γιορτή.
I wonder how long we have left for the twin battles now that they're still taking out the 2002 Bavaria. It's so low, they can't get the platform underneath the car.
Δεν μιλώ για όλους και όλες που είναι εδώ μαζί.
Αγγέλη, ξέρεις πολύ καλά ότι εγώ εκτός από το ότι σε βοηθάω στη μετάδοση, παίζω μουσική, αναλαμβάνω ένα σωρό πράγματα εδώ πέρα. Είμαι ήδη 4 μέρες εδώ στην πίστα για αυτόν τον αγώνα.
Εσείς είστε 4 εδώ άνθρωποι που έρχονται όλη την εβδομάδα, ξέρουμε τι προσπάθεια χρειάζεται για να γίνει όλο αυτό εφικτό και να το απολαύσουμε διάφορα το χρόνο που δουλεύει. Όταν ανοίξουμε το
The platform truck is slowly going to drive out of there. All the marshals are going to go back to their stations, and we're going to continue for the last maybe 10 minutes of drift practice we have.
Το ρημουρκό πρέπει να φύγει από εκεί, παιδιά, το ρημουρκό.
Δημήτρη.
Το ρημουρκό πρέπει να φύγει από εκεί.
Φεύγει.
Μπράβο, φεύγει. Ωραία.
Έρχονται και μας πίσω. Λογικά προλαβαίνουμε να δούμε ακόμα μερικά περάσματα. Έχουμε 5 λεπτά. Αλλά 5 λεπτά στο drift είναι αρκετά.
Easy sound saying that we've only got 5 minutes left from the drift practice for the final of the 2025 drift season here at Aachen Speedway. Track is now open again. Marshals are in position. Platform is back in its emergency area. All right, so we're going for the next practice. We have Savas Ioannou with the Barra, 800 horsepower. Televis following behind, but has claimed the no-hit cone. Savas Ioannou pushing the car, getting it on the clip 4, but is running a little bit shallow and comes off. Gets clip 5 nicely, transitions across the track to get zone 6 and across the line. Hello, Constantinos from Sugar Racing. When I finish the live in 5 minutes, I'm going to film a bit the top 32 presentation, and then I'll come find you. We can sit down, have a drink together before I start filming the battles. But I won't be live streaming the battles. The live stream is on Cidavision and the DRIFTKINGS YouTube channel. You can watch it there. I'm just going to do some videos for some of my drivers. And yeah, maybe I'm going to do some landscape videos this time and upload the video to my YouTube channel instead of putting it on Instagram Reels. As I would like to push my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to the J-Spot people, hit notifications on, and next year we'll be following Hela Gogo through Driftmasters. We have Levishkas leading with a 1001 M2. Savas SP goes for the dive. Very boldly from Savas SP as he closes the proximity on Levishkas. Savas SP with a 2.5, rocking 860 horsepower as he transitions across the track. Ooh, a little mistake there from Savas SP as he straightens and almost goes into the back of Levishkas. But a very nice run from Savas SP with a 2.5, 860 horsepower E36 compact as he really pushes to close proximity on Levishkas, which is doing the best runs of the day. Now we have Alexis Haris, 750 horsepower 2JZ. He doesn't quite feel out in zone 2. Transitioning across the track, Sodas goes for the dive, but doesn't manage to hook it up. Now Sodas is trying to close the proximity and get onto Alexis Haris' doors. With his LS3 powered 700 horsepower, 846, they transition across the track, a long pull of the handbrake for Sodas so it doesn't hit the no-clip zone across the finish line. Savui Power Barra Engine. Savas Ioannou with the Barra engine is going to be twinning against Alexis Haris, so that is going to be one exciting battle. When I was speaking to Savas, he told me, bro mu, na ton kundisho to Hari no son boro. You'll see what I'm going to do, so I'm really excited about that battle. All the drivers like Savas Ioannou and Alexis Haris are friends, so it's all just like friendly shit talking, but it's nice to see that. And I want to see this battle because Alexis Haris has been driving very well this weekend, scoring a 93-point run on his qualification second run. His first run was a 92 run, so 2 consistent runs then for Alexis Haris in the qualifying session. At 1 o'clock we have the... You're still in Nicosia, Adere, come down. The top 32 parade is going to start at 1 o'clock. That's 1 o'clock. So the practice finishes at 12. Probably have a 1 hour break for all of the cars after the practice to tire up all of their rims and give a once check over the car, and also for the drivers to have a little bit of a break. And then we'll move to the top 32 presentation at 1 o'clock, where we'll line up all of the cars right here in front of the grandstands. Evangelos and Easy Sound take the microphones, go through the drivers one by one and talk to all of them so that the crowd can listen and hear all of the information from the drivers. Then we'll have the Red Bull cars come in at the front, where the drone goes up into the air and takes a nice picture of all of the of all of the cars on the start line, and then they'll start to go around the track with all of their flags, doing a nice parade around Aachen Speedway, go back into the pits, take off all the flags, and then the marshals will call out the twin battles gradually and send them up to the start line for them to do their runs. I have a feeling that the practice is now finished, as we have the Blogambino and the marshals coming through. Σκιόμι συμπάρ. Με στα λάστιχα, Σάβα. It seems to me a little bit too much air, Yadi. If you're putting 2.5 at the beginning, that means that you're going to be pushing almost 3 bar once they start heating up from the drifting. Yes, the gate of Aachen Speedway right there is closed, so that means practice is finished. Stay with me on the live stream as I head to the pits and we go talk to some of the drivers and see what's going in the pits area. 1 second, people, just need to load up my pockets with all of my things here. Take my notes that are covered in water. Stay with me, guys, and we'll go to the pits and check out the cars. Μείνετε πάνω στο live και θα πάω στα pits και να κάνουμε ένα γυρόν στα pits να δούμε τα αυτοκίνητα και τους οδηγούς. Δώστε μου 2 λεπτά να πιω λίγο νερούι. Let's put this in the fridge. Let's close it και να μην χάσω όλο το νερό. Alright, people, let's go down to the pit area and check out all of the cars just before the top 32. Make sure you join the Sita Vision live stream and DRIFTKINGS YouTube channel for the live of the battles as we come down the stairs. God, I hope my bicycle is there and I don't have to go looking for it now. Marshall's there from CDC. Gojaz on the scooter right there from the Power Drift Championship. Oh, the bicycle is there. That's perfect. Let's put this camera into ultra wide. Hello, Gojaz. Now let's head to the pits and check out the cars. Have the photographers from DRIFTKINGS. The people on the grandstand. We've got Taladin. We've got Easy Sound on the microphone with Evangelos. Keeps calling out the slogan that my dad had for his furniture shop. It's a little bit embarrassing, but it's all shits and giggles. Need to get round this little corner here with the bicycle. 1 second, guys. As we squeeze through this little gap. And we start off the pits with Bartosz with his LS3 right here. We're going to get inside and have a look at the car. In the area here. Mate! I will just do a pit walkthrough of all of the drivers. Andros right here from the Federation of the Motorsport scene. Okay. Alright, I'll finish it off and I'll give you a message on Instagram. Okay. Then we have Tofiz with the M5 powered 2002 Bavaria running 500 horsepower. They're just fixing a little bit of the damage from he went off course before. Wow, it's so loud in here. Then moving over, we've got Alekos Hasigos with his BMW 2JZ at 1020 horsepower, just doing a little bit of service, adding a little bit more oil to the engine, looking after his engine as it's brand new. And it's nice to see Alekos rocking a 2JZ in the DriftKINGS Championship. We've got Doros Francescu with his SR20 2.2 E30. Doros right there with Nestoras, just helping out Alekos Hasigos fix his car and just make sure it's in tip-top condition. Andonis or Banais with the E36 4G63 at 408 horsepower right there, just parking up. Then we have Jaburas with the LS2. I think it was 700 horsepower. E36, he was putting on some great battles today with some close proximity. Moving over to Simos Tikis with his E36, wide-bodied 2JZ, running 680 horsepower. Savas SP here with his BMW E36 Compact, rocking 860 horsepower with the 2.8 engine. Savas SP putting some great runs on today, getting close proximity even to Levishka, so that was very nice to see. Where is Savas? Is Savas here? I don't see any of the drivers. They're all disappeared. Oh, Savas? And not on Evromeda. And Nick Compact. And Xero Bollaya BMW. They're telling me now it's not a compact. I saw a cut boot and I thought it was a compact, so I have a mistake. It's a Tetraporto, a 4-door E36. I don't know my BMWs that well, I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to hide it. I've never known them very well. I've only started learning them from the missiles. Then we've got the E36 of Kyros Artemiou with the B30 rocking 650 horsepower if I'm not mistaken. Turbo. E92 of Bambos Halarambos rocking, I think it was 500 horsepower with his 4.4 turbo. Then we move over to Pepsi's with the RB26, 820 horsepower, as the guys are fueling up here and fix the back of the car after his little mishap with the tire wall. RB26 there, turboed. They fixed the whole back of the car right there. Then we have CH Loizu right here. They're just checking some tire pressures on the 2JZ 960 horsepower. Where is... Does CH Loizu want to speak on the live stream? You cannot even hear me. Christo, would you like to talk on the live stream? He doesn't like talking just before he races, so we let him... Or is he coming? We don't know. Oh!
Hello guys.
So Christo, how are you feeling this weekend?
I'm feeling really good after the second qualification yesterday. I feel so happy for the 85.
Yeah, it was a good score.
I'm in 9th place. Everything looks good. The car is good. I feel the track okay. Hope so for the best.
And who are we racing in the battles?
Yes. Guess who
Yeah, who do we always seem to race when we do the twins? Doros Francescu with the E30. Well, we wish you luck, Christo. Go and relax just before the battles, and we'll see you later on. Then we have LC Racing with their R32 with an R34 front end, rocking an RB30. We've got the LC Racing team all there, just relaxing before the battles. Let's get the bicycle and go through the last few cars. Oh shit! Moving over, we've got We've got Bambos Tsuris right here, giving out some autograph leaflets there on his RB. I think it's RB30, rocking. Oh, I've forgotten the horsepower now. Then we move over to Andreas Wax with his 2JZ S14 rocking 820 horsepower. Hello from Wax's team. Wax! Let's see if Wax wants to speak on the live stream. Just waiting to get his attention as he's talking to Stelio Zacharias. Let's get some words from Stelio Zacharia. Stelio, do you want to tell us some words about Wax's team today?
The best team ever, first of all, and he's going to be on podium, probably at first position.
Oh, we have a prediction from Stelios today. Podium from Andreas Wax. Andreas Wax, πώς νιώθεις σήμερα με την πίστα και το competition?
Σήμερα νιώθω ότι είμαι πανέτοιμος.
Τέλεια.
Οποιαδήποτε μάχη θα την αντιμετωπίσουμε και έχω την αισιοδοξία ότι σήμερα θα βγω βάθρο.
Okay, amazing. So, Andreas Wax there saying he's ready to race any of the drivers and he's hoping to reach the podium. We wish you the best of luck, Andreas Wax, and we'll see you later today on the podium. Then we have Alexis Harris with the 2JZ rocking 750 horsepower. One of the nicest sounding cars in the Cyprus Drift Championship. Where is Alexis Harris right now for him to tell us something? Might be a toilet. There we go. The info from Dimitris Fanis right there. Tori, you want to tell us some words on the live stream in Greek or English, whatever you want?
Tell me.
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. I will be fast.
And you're racing Levishkas.
Yeah, I don't care.
You don't care. Foot to the floor, bro. Send it.
Foot to the throttle and whatever happens.
Yeah, happens, and make sure you just have a great time, bro. Yeah. El Toretto right there with the BMW E46 rocking 660 horsepower on his 2.8 turbo. Kostas Christoforou coming up here with his 2JZ S13 rocking an S15 front end. Costa, you feeling good, bro? Ready? Ready for the twins? Who are you battling? Oh, you're with Natalia, so quite a competitive driver. We wish you the best of luck. Send it, bro, and have fun. Exactly, that's the most important. We move over to Sergios, which this is an E46 with an M2 style body kit. Rocking, πώς άλογα είπαμε? 700 horsepower. Sergis is not here, but the team is here. Say hello to the live, and we'll best of luck for your twins, guys. Have a good time. We've talked about El Toretto's car, and now we're moving over to Drift Happens. We've got Sandra here with her E36, hello, and the M2 of Levishkas. 1,001 horsepower on this car and 1,000 horsepower on this car. Levishkas doing some excellent runs this weekend, filling out AutoZone 4, 5, and 6 really well. Really a pleasure to watch Levishkas. Sandra also doing amazingly well, filling out the zone on AutoZone 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6 with her E36. We're coming, Sava, we're coming. We're coming for you. Να βγάλουν. Κάνουμε live τώρα. Γεια σας, παιδιά. Α, σοβαρά.
Είναι φανατική θαυμαστές του Jason.
Ου, very nice. Α, σοβαρά. Ευχαριστώ, ρε μπρο μου. Να κάνουμε μια συνέντευξη με τον κύριο Σάβας Ιωάννου with his Bara E46 that's racing against Alexis Harris. Τι είναι να του κάνεις του Αλέξη?
Φίλε, τον Αλέξη...
Να το δουν αρκετό.
Ο Αλέξη είναι συμπαθούδος σαρός. Δεν να προσπαθήσω να παίξω με το γύρω.
Yesterday ελαλούσες μου ότι να τον κουντήσεις όσο μπορείς. As we were saying before, it's all shits and giggles. Savas and Alexis Harris are close friends, so they're just going to have a lot of fun during the battles. I wish you good luck, Sava. Get on his doors and push him through the finish line. And we finish off the live stream now with Natalia with her 920 horsepower BMW. Nice to see her car is up and running after they had a lot of engine issues over the weekend. And that's the pit setup at the super final of Drift Kings here at Aachen Speedway 2025 for the end of the drift season. I'm just closing it now. Closing off the live stream now. Make sure you come on down to Aachen Speedway. Top 32 race presentation at 1 o'clock, and then we move directly to the twin battles. You can watch the live stream on Drift Kings YouTube channel and Sida Vision in Cyprus. We wish all the drivers the best of luck, and a big thank you to all the spectators and everybody who makes this race possible here at Aachen Speedway. Thanks for watching the J-Sport. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell for my next live, and we'll see you guys either at Aachen Speedway or maybe on the drift day, which is on the 21st of December. See you all. Have a great weekend. Good luck to everyone. And we'll catch you guys on the next live stream on the J-Spot. Thanks again for watching, and goodbye from me.